master at work.
Yo, man, we back with another episode of the ELab podcast, man. And we finally got somebody that can relate to me. You feel me? A big man in the building. You feel me? I don't know if y'all know. Being real, but we got Big Jitoboh in here, man. Jitoboh, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me. We talking good basketball here, man. So I'm glad to be on.
Yeah, man.
That's my. Just in case you didn't know, Jitoboh, that's my brother. That's my big brother.
Oh yeah, that's my dog. Yeah,
that's my big brother.
And see, you know what, Jitoboh? He don't understand what it's like to be in the paint. You feel me? Down there banging in the trenches. See, back in my day, 6'2" was a center. You feel me? 6'2". That's how you go to Brainerd. They put you at center.
Oh my God. For sure.
Hey, but look, let's start like this though, man. So, who put the ball in your hands, man? How did you start hooping? What got you in the hoops, bro?
I really started playing basketball late. I started when I was 14, when I just moved to the United States. But I was always a fan of the game. I always loved watching it. And when LeBron had moved to Miami, that's when I really fell in love with it. That was my guy. He was the one who really made me fall in love with the game. So when I had moved to America, I told my dad I wanted to play basketball. So I moved over here. And that's how I really started playing basketball.
Did you play any other sports before you started hooping?
Yeah, I mean Nigeria is a soccer country, so I played a lot of soccer growing up. But eventually I got too tall, so I had to stop doing that, and then I started playing basketball.
It makes sense though. You got good footwork for a big man. It do make sense. All right, okay.
It helps. It helps for sure.
It does. It definitely helps. So, Jitoboh, you bringing up soccer? I'm really into soccer, man. I got my son playing. Actually, is when you say too tall, when do you actually become too tall? Is that like Zlatan Ibrahimovic is like what 6'5"? Is that I think he like 6'5", 6'4".
Yeah.
What's considered too tall? Yeah,
I'll say too tall is I was 9 or 10 and I was taller than everybody else on the field. So and I was still growing to my body. So I was just clumsy. It just didn't make sense at the time. But for the regular person, I'd say about 6'4", 6'5" then you really gotta be a goalkeeper at that point. Unless you're special like the Ibrahimovic's and the Ronaldos.
That's fair too, because I think Ronaldo's like 6'3". He's pretty tall too. Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
So when you move over here, you move over from Nigeria, or did you come straight to Chattanooga? Or you come to Tennessee? Or did you go somewhere you living somewhere else first?
So I moved straight to Tennessee. The way it had worked, so when I told my dad I wanted to play basketball, he had a friend and his son was going to Hamilton Heights at the time. So that's how I was able to make that connection. And I took a visit to the school and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked the environment and I felt like it would be a place where I could really develop from the ground up because, like I said, it was my first time playing. So it was a good chance for me.
You play with Coach Zach?
Yeah, I played with Coach Zach.
Okay, you play with Zach. Yeah, Zach had a recruiting plan, but Zach him. Boy.
Nah, yeah.
Because see, look, Jitoboh, I'm listening to you now, and I'm kind of like, all right, for this to be your first year playing or second year, your first or second year, you get out there, you with the guys, right? That's you. Your sophomore year, is that you, Jordan Rawls, SGA, Alexander Walker? Your second year hooping?
So it really from the jump. As soon as I got there my 8th grade year, I think.
Okay.
And they already had a squad over there. They already had multiple Division I players. It's because Zach had a role and we had like a little program going. So as soon as I got there, it was smoke from the jump. And then my sophomore year, that's when Shea and Nikhil and all them guys came in and just took it to a whole nother level.
Hey, Zach like Calipari, EJ. Like when you think of Calipari, think of Zach. Like that's Zach for Hamilton Heights.
Nah, I
that's
can see
Zach.
that.
Yeah,
I can see
that.
That's
like Calipari.
Yeah. So, Jitoboh, do they make you? So when you come, do they make you try out your 8th grade year? Because I know that I know you kind of got ushered into it, but do you try out or just like now he on the team type of thing? How did that work with you making the team?
So the way it worked at the time was we had three teams. We had the varsity. And we had we called it Navy. So that's like the second team, and then we had the JV team. So the varsity team was the one that played the international schedules. We played the Oak Hills, the IMGs, and then the Navy team. That's the team that plays the more local schedules. And then the JV is the team that play like the freshman teams and all that. So initially, when I first got to Hampton Heights, I was on the JV team.
Gotcha.
So, and then by my second year, I was all the way. I moved all the way to varsity. So
Okay.
They was
Okay.
already
yeah,
Hamilton Heights was already a Nike team by then. What?
not my first year. When I
Okay.
first got there was Adidas, and
Adidas. Okay.
then my sophomore year, that's when we became Nike.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I gotta ask you this question, man. Tell me about the bump. How is that bump in practice, dog? You, SGA, CJ out there, y'all got it. Them practices had to be lit, man. Tell
And
me
they
about
and they had a footer at the time too. I think they had a 7-footer at the time too.
Man, we had a couple seven
Yeah, I
footers.
said they
I'm
had a
not
footer
gonna
at the
lie,
time. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's different. It's different for me because, like I said, I got there my A grade, so I saw all the errors of from my A grade to my senior year. So I saw all the talent that came through. When I first got there, it was bump, but it was mostly we had a lot of bigs, so it was mostly bumping in the paint. So that made me have to grow up quicker. But then when them guys came, when Shay and the Kill came, you could just tell they were not regular good. Like they were a different level, and they brought a different level of competitiveness to practice. We we wanted to win every drill. Now we just took everything a little more serious, and that environment made everybody have like a little edge because we had every college coach in the country at our practices at 6 a.m. in the morning. So that just made everybody on the team like just have to prove themselves a little more because we're all Division 1 basketball players. So just having that
Yeah.
bump every day. Shay and the Kill, they were juniors at the time. Me and Jordan, we were freshmen. So seeing that level of competition at an early age, that just made us even grow and even want to compete more. And Shay and the Kill, them guys, they were different. Like you could tell they didn't like losing. And you could tell they took it like they had a different understanding of the game. Like every day in practice, they want to guard each other. They want to go at each other. And they're talking shit. Like they're bumping everything. And then after practice, they're back cool like nothing even happened because they just know it's a part of the game. And that's what you have to do to be great. So just being able to see that firsthand, man, that was amazing.
It
that's
makes
real
sense because
maturity too, bro. That's
when I
real
first
maturity. Go
met
ahead, Red. I'm
Jason,
sorry.
when I first met Jason, he was mean as hell. So it makes sense to see him now, like he cool now. Hey, you thought Jason was a big bruiser when you first met him. He was cool when you talked to him, but just see, you
Look,
like,
no,
man, I'm
no,
gonna
no.
stay away
If you
from
gonna
him.
say it, no. Let's tell the truth, then,
Oh, I
Jason.
told.
Tell him how
I
much he
told.
was hacking in them runs when you was
Oh,
playing in the summertime. So tell the truth. He was
Come on,
hacking. Was he
man.
hacking out there, bro?
It was a hack fest out there, man. They just trying to do whatever to stop me from scoring.
we
But I
won.
get it though. It comes
We
with it. It's
won.
not a
Shit, we won.
I get it. It comes with it. It comes with it.
Man, that's all he kept saying to me before you got on. He was like,
And
"Yeah,
I
I
was
used to, I used
old
to
then
back
too.
tap it. I used to steal it." And then
I
I said, "Let
did.
me find out the truth. I wanted to hear the truth from Jitoboh
Ask,
because I know
ask
you
me.
got that hack."
Hey, when he caught it on
But
the
it
play,
also
he had to be looking over his shoulder every time.
it depends on what when you caught me though. There's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff I learned from my sophomore year to my senior year. So like I was still just
that was
starting basketball late. I was still raw at the time. So
I think that was
depending on
right
when you
COVID. That might
caught
have been
me.
right before. That might have been right before COVID. Or
Oh, okay, okay,
19,
okay,
20,
yeah,
okay,
20 ish.
okay.
you was at Florida. I know you was
20.
at Florida. Man. Yeah, I remember you was at
Yeah,
Florida.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's fun. Do you think this though? Do you think that those summer runs? Do you think that helped you when you actually got to that next level, when you got to college, or even just in high school, whenever that was? Did it help you get better?
I think it helped me a lot in high school. Just knowing that we like that sophomore year when Shay and Nikhil were seniors,
Mm.
at the next year, going into next year, me, Jordan, everybody else, we were just some dogs because we felt like we played against the best players in the country and we was able to hold our own. So now going into the next year, we feel like if we could play against them, then nobody could really stop us. So
True.
we finished off. We had a great. I can't remember our record, but we had a great record our junior and senior year. We ended up winning NACA, which is like our division championship. So I just feel like that set the tone for the rest of our high school career because nobody else is seeing dudes like that at an early age. And then also I feel like it helped us going into college It helped me especially because I feel like I've played with a lot of great players. So just being able to adapt my game and adjust my game and be able to learn concept quicker and adjust on the fly, I feel like that helped me a lot going into college.
So we asked Jordan this too. Because a lot of in the city, it's a lot of people that want to get back to the get the public schools back going. I don't think it's possible as far as, basketball, because I feel like, you got a better chance in private school. And I know I would send my kid
Right.
to a private school. What are the benefits in going to a private school over a public school when it comes to basketball or football, anything?
Um, it's just the level of competition you face that is just gonna make you better naturally. Because
Okay.
in public schools, there's not a lot of people who's playing this sport and has a main goal of where they're trying to get to. So just being around people who has like they're like-minded as you, that's going to the gym, that loves watching basketball, you just have no choice but to get better and but to grow. So I feel like going to a private school or a prep school, it just allows you to be a better basketball player.
I agree with that. I agree with
No,
that.
that's
Same
real.
thing I said.
Hey, so in the midst of all of this, right? You learning, you starting to get your feet wet. Well, I don't even say get your feet wet. You're becoming a lot more experienced as a basketball player. At what point do you think that you are like, you know what? I think I can really go and do this. Like I can go be a Division 1 basketball player. When did that? What year was your standout year for you? You know what I mean?
Um, I would say my sophomore summer. That's when I was playing up in AAU. I was playing for Team NOP. It was a off circuit team, and I was playing up in 17s, and I felt like I was able to hold my own. The team owner was Dickie Simpkins. He played with
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan with the Bulls. He got
Yeah.
some rings, and he was able to really take me under his wing. And that whole summer, I was working out twice a day. I got my diet right. I was just doing everything that you were supposed to do to become a better basketball player. And I could tell. I could tell on the floor. I got my first offers. I got my first couple offers that summer. So when I started seeing like the results from all the work I was doing, that's when I started to have that belief in myself.
Who were your
Mm.
first offers from, if you remember?
My my first real offer was actually from Florida. I
Okay.
got Florida and Auburn back to back.
Two D
Those
ones,
are
two
my first.
power.
Yeah, those are
Nah,
my
that's
two
tough.
cup offers.
That's
Yeah.
see that I think the part we kind of skipped over and glanced over was these college scouts was at y'all practice at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's unheard of. Well, I ain't gonna say unheard of. That's crazy to me to hear that you're literally they showing up like, hey, bro, we in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Like they would never
Hmm.
come out. I ain't never seen when I was playing ball. We played in high school. I ain't never seen no coaches,
He
let
went to public
alone
school.
at a
He,
practice. I
he
know.
went to
I'm just
he went to
it's
public
just
school.
I know it's just
Well,
It wasn't
fascinating to
going to
me that you're
Brainer.
getting this type
well,
of exposure.
well, I seen it a little bit when I went to that prep school because like when you're in
Mhm.
prep, you do have guys that are going. So you got multiple guys on your team that might be going. So you'll have some exposure. It wasn't to the
Yeah,
level of what they did, but
right.
you're gonna have some
Right.
people there. So
But
it's like
Rick,
a
what I'm
combine.
saying is, I'm cool with you saying it at the game. He's talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
at
yeah.
practice. He said
Nah,
at
that's what I'm
practice.
talking about.
He ain't
Yeah.
say
That's what I'm
at the
talking about.
game. We talking about
Any
at practice. Yeah.
anything prep for the most part, if you good enough, they're gonna be at your practice. Like they
That's
gotta
Yeah.
see
real.
But
you before anybody else see you.
I don't know if y'all
That's
ever
it.
been to Hampton Heights though. It's like a little
Yes,
building,
sir.
like a little gym. So to
Yeah.
have Coach Cal, Coach Mike White, like have them lined up watching us practice at 6 a.m. That's crazy. That's unheard of for
That's
You
what
sure.
I'm
remember
saying. That's intense, bro.
you
What's
remember
it? My
going to
bad, Rick. Go ahead.
Antioch? You remember going to Antioch, the church we
Mhm.
went to? That's about the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
size as that's by Hamilton Heights. That's their size gym.
Okay.
Yeah, as
Okay.
they
I
do.
got you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this too, then, J-Bo. How does it work when you're being, I guess, selected for the Nike eyeball for the EYBL circuit? Like, do you pick the team that you want to go to? Is there like a pool of players? Like, how did you end up joining the Woods Elite? You know what I mean?
For yeah, for me, like I said, I played up coming up. So when I was up circuit, we played in a lot of tournaments with the shoe teams. So and Woods were Arkansas Wings at the time before they transitioned over. So I guess we had played them, and then they reached out to Dickie Simpkins, and that's how we made that connection. And they told me they wanted me to play with them my 17th year, and that's how I was
Okay.
able to get in touch. They flew me out to practices on the weekends. They flew me out to the
That's tough.
games. It was
That's
a great
tough.
opportunity for sure.
That's
Nah, it
tough.
was
See, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
tough.
This is
That's
crazy.
tough.
That's
He said he
crazy. They
flew him
flying you
out.
out for practice.
He ain't
That's
for
say they came and
crazy.
picked
practice.
him up. He
Yeah,
said they flew him out. That's crazy.
To come,
That's crazy.
how often would you practice in a week? How many practice?
twice a week, 2 practices a week, a weekend.
That's great. That's $1,600.
That's crazy. And what? Hold on. What woods? Where is this located? What city that's located in?
Arkansas, Little
Arkansas.
Rock, Arkansas. Yeah,
Little Rock, Little Rock.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Dang,
a
that's
ticket. That's a
crazy.
nice little ticket
That's
coming from Chat.
crazy,
What about
man.
six? It's about 6 hours of drive, 6 7 hour drive.
That's out price. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Nah,
flight
nah, for
about
sure.
35, 45 minutes to an hour.
They really
Yeah,
be invested. You know, no, and you know what, Red? I don't want to go too far, but this is why y'all need to pay these young boys this money.
on my mom.
This is why y'all need to pay. This
Yeah,
is why NAL needs to exist because y'all
yeah.
got him traveling. He's 16, 17 years old, flying him back and forth, and you acting like, well, you know, he ain't worth it. Shit, me, he ain't worth it. That's
I'm telling you.
$1,600 a week.
Right,
I'm
What you
telling
mean?
Hey,
right.
so to close out your Helmets and Heights chapter though, bro. So what do you think sets Helmets and Height apart from other prep schools?
Um, just the like I said, just the talent, just the amount of people that has come through Hampton Heights and were able to do great things for themselves. Um, Obviously, for us to be a little school in Chattanooga, Tennessee,
Uh,
there's nothing like that, and to be able to compete with schools like the IMGs, the Montvers that has every resource. So, um, it's just a whole level of like competition that you get to face in that little building that you're not gonna get anywhere else.
Yeah,
like that. I
that's
did
tough.
before. I did have a question. I did say it was a close up. I forgot to ask this. So when you prep, right? Because I've seen it a few times. Y'all can like leave in the middle of the season and still be able to play. Like leave one school and go to another school and be able to play.
It's a different time now. So back then you couldn't do none of that, but
Okay.
now you could pretty much do whatever. It's like free agency.
Okay. Okay.
But back
I
then
got you.
it was mhm.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
kind of seen some of that when Cook took over. That's why I asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
like see when
Yeah.
Cook took over, it was
Yeah.
different. Now that's what NIL was kind of coming up. So now you could really go to like some went from Hampton Heights to overtime elite and was able to play
Right.
right away. So it's just
Yeah.
little stuff like that that they added into the game that was not a thing when I played.
Gotcha.
Got you.
Gotcha. Okay.
That makes sense. Who is your biggest comp out there on the EYBL circuit?
Ooh, see, my first year playing EYBL,
Mhm.
I had a great time. That was probably one of the most fun I had playing basketball because it was my first time playing against the other bigs my age. So it was Amanda Baycott, it was Isaiah
Oh, North
Stewart,
Carolina. Okay.
Hunter Dickinson. It was a bunch of bigs that was trying to prove make a name for themselves at the time. So for me to be able to go mano a mano with them, that was big. That was big for me.
And Isaiah Stewart
Okay.
was a bucket, wasn't he? Because I be trying to tell them dudes he used to score in high school.
He can score,
Man,
bro.
he was
He
hell
was.
because he was big and he was strong as hell and he was running the floor. So like
I
he
said
was he
that. I
was
was
hell
trying
to
to tell
deal
them
with.
folks. I was
Yeah,
trying to
he
tell
was a
them folks
bucket
he was
getter in high
different.
school.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
he was a
tell them
Yeah,
bucket
folks.
getter in high
I'm
school.
already knowing. I'm
For
already knowing he
sure.
was nice. I mean, even when he was at
James
Washington tonight, he
Wiseman.
was nice.
You said
James
who?
Wiseman.
James
Okay.
James
Wiseman.
Wiseman.
James
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wiseman.
he was
Yeah.
cold. I like
Yeah.
James.
Nah,
You
that
you
was
ran into some of them ones out there.
oh
Yeah.
nah,
Nah,
yeah.
that's tough.
Big. It was a bunch of bigs at the time.
So going
Mhm.
into college, picking colleges. What was your top three
Mm.
before
My
choosing Florida?
I think my final three it was Florida, it was Tennessee, and it was UCF. I think those are
Okay.
my final three.
Okay.
And
But
what
why'd
made
you
you
why'd you end up
decide
landing?
Florida? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh well, first with Tennessee, I thought I was going to Tennessee because I
I'm
was
glad you
always
did.
at I was always at Tennessee because it was right there. I used to go to
Yeah.
a lot of games. I used to go to every chance I had. I used to want to go to Tennessee, but it just at the time Florida made the most sense to me because I had a relationship with them that I didn't have with no other coaching staff. I actually got hurt the third session at UIBO. I had fractured my foot, and Florida was the only team that kept in touch with me and just checking on me, making sure I was good. So like it just made the most sense at the time to go to Florida.
Nah,
Okay.
that's real.
Okay.
Nah, that make complete sense, man. So
Hey,
look,
but
so
I'm
how
so
would
glad you
go
ain't
ahead,
go to
Rick.
Tennessee. I'm so glad you ain't go to Tennessee. The weather better in Florida anyway. I'm from Chattanooga, but I ain't going to Tennessee. I can't stand the Vols.
Nah, I can't
I don't,
stand the
li-
balls.
I don't like no
Oh
teams in
man,
Tennessee. Look, I don't like the Vols. I don't like the
you
Titans.
like Memphis? You like the
I
Memphis
like I
Tigers?
like I like I do like Memphis Tigers. You're right.
All
I do
right
like the Memphis
then.
Tigers. I do like the
All
Memphis Tigers.
right
That's the only
then.
team. That's the only team get a
Yeah,
pass.
man. Yeah, man. But look, hey, so now you get there, you at Florida, man. How would you describe your time hooping at Florida University, man?
Man, my time at Florida was great. It felt like the 4 seasons I played here, every year was different. So my first year going in as a freshman, when I had committed, it was two bigs on the roster. And then another freshman big committed with me. And then we got the transfer, the number one transfer at the time, KJ Blackshear. He was at Virginia Tech and he
I remember.
transferred
I
in.
remember. Yeah.
He was preseason player of the year. He was all that. So it ended up being five bigs on the roster. So I had to grind. I had to grind my way up. I had to get in physical shape. I had to do like start from the ground up again. Um, and by the end of the year, I ended up being the first big off the bench. So it was definitely a process my first year. And I really was gonna start going into the SEC conference, the tournament, but
Mhm.
COVID happened, so they cut the season short.
Who was your
Yeah.
point
Mm.
guard your freshman year?
Freshman Andrew Nemhard.
Yeah, I can say yeah, I knew
Oh,
that. I knew something like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew
it
something like that.
was
oh,
it,
Yeah.
it
oh,
was
okay.
Andrew Nemhard and Trey Mann. My
Yeah,
my
I can
freshman
say
class
yeah.
was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
that
oh,
class was
okay.
it
thick. That's
was
what I remember. I was saying he had
yeah,
came with a
nah, my freshman class, it
yeah.
was me, Trey Mann, Scotty Lewis, Omar
Yeah.
Payne. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, we came in. We had a squad coming
Okay.
in.
Scotty
Cause
Lewis
I
is doing the
remember
ones now. Scotty Lewis, that's on the next chapter. That's Scotty Lewis.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What?
yeah, he
My
played
boy
with him,
Scott.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. Damn,
Yeah.
that's lit though. That's a
That,
tough team.
yeah, that
Nah, it
class was tough, bro.
was.
They
It
team would have been
was.
it, bro.
And we started
Look,
figuring it out towards the end of the year too. We had a chance for sure.
yeah. So you saying you end up taking Blackshear's place. You end up taking his spot. You think towards the SEC
Uh
tournament? Is what you saying?
he had got hurt going into that C
Mm,
tournament. So me
okay.
being the first big on the bench, the coach is talking to me about starting. We was actually going like on the way to watch film. He was about to play Georgia, and
Yeah.
then we heard the we were
The
not going to have a
news.
tournament. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
I remember they was big on Florida. Going into that, they was saying like Florida had a chance to upset a lot of teams but then they
Hmm.
had just started like kind of getting it rolling towards the
Yeah,
end,
we
and
started
then
clicking.
that happened. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. So what year was it that you actually suffered your eye injury? What was that? What year was that? What actual play was it that actually led to your eye injury, bro?
Yeah, it was my third year, my junior year. So the
Mm,
whole my sophomore year, that was the COVID year. I had ended up re-aggravating my foot, so I was in and out the lineup. So that whole summer, I stayed at school. I was just working out the whole summer twice a day. And then my junior year, it was me and the other big Colin Castleton, C Bands. He was preseason player of the year at the time. So he was starting and I was the backup. And we was doing good. We was ranked. We had a good year. And then he ended up getting hurt. So I stepped in as the starter. And we went on a little stretch. We was playing good basketball. I was averaging a double double. And we played Tennessee at Tennessee
mm,
and we went up like 15 early. We was having a good little game. And then I was going up for a putback dunk and the defender was trying to swat the ball and three of his fingers went in my eye and like gazed it.
man.
And as soon as it happened, I fell down and I just knew it wasn't normal. My eye was bleeding. I had to go to the ER immediately. Um, yeah, so when I got to the ER, actually on the way to the ER, I was in a police car and the radio was on and I was hearing the feedback, the playback from the game and Tennessee's going on a run. It's going crazy, man. That shit felt like a nightmare. Um, I got
Golly,
to the
man.
hospital and the doctor told me that this is the second time he's ever seen anything like this before, that
That's
everything
crazy.
that could have went wrong went wrong. So I had to have surgery immediately. Um, Yeah, I ended up having 4 surgeries on my left eye.
What was the diagnosis on your eye? If you don't mind me asking, like what did they call it?
Uh, so I had a detached retina. The muscle that made it move left and right got detached. I had severe trauma. Yeah, it was a bunch of
Okay,
different
okay.
diagnoses.
But yeah, so Jay, but what I was asking was, did he actually gauge your eye out? Like he like scratched it out?
He didn't scratch it like out. It didn't fall all the way out, but he scratched it enough to detach it from the socket, but not all the way out.
Got
Feel
you,
me?
got you.
Sheesh, man.
So so
Go ahead,
go
Rick.
ahead. No, go ahead. Answer
I
your
was gonna
question first,
ask.
then I
So
go next.
no, I was just gonna ask, what's the process like for recovery? Because like, what were you doing to recover? Like, it's just such a strange injury. I don't know what you do to rehab. So, but yeah, what was the process like to recover, bro?
Man, the process was one of the longest of my life. Like I didn't know if I was gonna be able to live a regular life, not even talking about basketball. I had to relearn how to walk, how to catch a ball, how to grab a rebound, how to pass. I had to relearn all that. And the rehab process was I had to lay down, face down for 16 hours out the day. So 40 minutes, I'm laying face down. 20 minutes, I could stand up, I could walk around, I could do all that. But then for another 40 minutes, I'm laying down. I had to do that for about 3 months just to be able to be back to myself. Yeah.
That's tough.
Sheesh, man. No, that's that
That's
mental,
tough.
bro. Like, so I mean, for 16 hours a day, you're literally just laying face down. Is that just so everything can connect? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they had put a oil in my eye. So for the lens and to stick to my eyeball, I had to lay down so all the oil could come to the front and stick to the
Got
eyeball.
you.
Yeah, I got you. And see, look, I had wrote down my question was, did you ever doubt that you could play again? And it sounded like, yeah, it
Oh
sounded like
yeah, for
it
sure.
was a lot. Because why did you have to relearn to walk? What is it was you know what I'm saying? How did that affect you walking and stuff?
Just it affected just everything, just the balance in my body. It was sometimes I would throw up and I'm getting dizzy and I'm not even doing anything, but just because my body was just all out of whack, so I had to relearn everything. And it was definitely nights where I didn't know how I was gonna be able to do it, how I was gonna be able to get back on the floor. It was definitely nights I doubted if I could play basketball again. So
That's
just the first time I was able to start playing again, it was just a different type of gratitude I have for the game.
What did you do to help your mental through them situations? Because I know that's tough. I went through rehab myself, but nothing as serious as that. So
yes. Yeah.
Just having a why, remembering why I'm doing all this for. Doing it for my family. I moved to America for this opportunity. So just even if I had the 1% chance of playing again, just having that why at the back of my mind. And also leaning on my teammates. So I missed the rest of the year and my teammates were really big. I was still able to, you know, be with them, be around them. So that helped me a lot.
Uh,
okay, okay.
and see, that's what I was gonna ask you too, J-Bo. So, what was like during this recovery process? What's your relationship like with Florida University? Are they like, hey man, we done with them, or are they supportive? You know what I mean? Like, did they rally behind you, or did they kind of was like, all right, man, out with the old, in with the new type of thing?
Florida was really supportive through the process. They covered everything medically, all the bills and all that. And one of my assistant coaches actually brought me a book called The Obstacle in the Way, and I just finished it not too long ago.
Good.
That was real great. I felt like they was in my corner, and even when I was not playing, I felt like I was still able to have an impact on the team and on the game because now I could see it from a different perspective.
Yeah,
I could tell the other bigs what I see. I could ask the coaches what they see during practice and what they would like to convey to the team. And just having that different relationship with the players, I'm able to tell them from my point of view. So it was great. It was great
that's good.
having
That's good.
Florida have my back through all that.
What What'd you learn about yourself throughout that, man? Did you learn anything about yourself in that and going through all that?
For sure. I would say I definitely learned how much resilience I have as a person to be able to go through something like that. I definitely learned that I really love the game of basketball. And even more than just playing the game, I love watching the game. I love talking about the game. I love the whole concept of constructing a team. I love like just everything about the game. So just being able to see it from a different perspective, it was great for me.
That's
So
tough,
what's one of
man.
your biggest highlights when you was able to finally get back on the court? Like what was a standout moment to you when you was finally able to play again?
Man, just really just getting back on the floor because that whole
Okay.
summer I worked my butt. I really shouldn't even have played that year, especially knowing how NIL is now. I could have saved a year and then
Yeah,
had
you
one in
got
the
a
back
bag.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, you got a
Uh,
bag.
I would say my highlight is just after every game, like people will come up to me and be like, "Yeah, my husband has this eye injury and he's not even able to function normally, and you're playing basketball on the floor." So
Okay.
that motivated me, just knowing that I could be an inspiration to some people, and just like I said, just being on the floor was
That's
big for me.
real, man.
I
And
respect,
and
respect.
and and just being having people be able to relate. You know what I mean? Like I know in
Right,
that moment, and you had to feel alone, and like this ain't never happened before. Like when the doctor told you, I only seen this twice. It make you feel like, well, shit. You know,
Yeah,
right.
it's
It's
scary.
over.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
want to be
over.
rare. I want you to tell me that this is gonna work. You
yeah.
feel me?
Something I can
Like,
do. Yeah, I get it.
yeah,
Something
I
that's
want to hear.
common.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's nice to hear people say, "Nah, man, my husband went through this thing, bro, but you have recovered incredibly and are doing
Right.
amazingly in the sport that you love, man." So, nah, man, I'm
Hmm.
happy you made it through that shit, bro. That's
I
live, man.
appreciate
But
it.
on your
Go ahead, Rick.
fifth year, what made you transfer your fifth year? Could you stay to Florida, or did you just want to get
Mhm,
some new scenery?
mhm.
I think it was just time. I felt like I used my years at Florida well, and I felt like I wanted to go somewhere where I could really have more impact on the game. I had other high major offers. I had Cincinnati, I had Seton Hall offers, but TSU really, I had a relationship with them. They really recruited me since really my freshman year of college. So I feel like I could go over there and have an impact. I didn't want to be in the same situation that I was just in Florida. So I wanted to go
Yeah.
somewhere where I could really impact the game and show what I could do at the
So I
next
know.
level.
So I know what off the court like at TSU. What it's like on the court at TSU? Like what you do on the court? Like I like was it comfortable? Was it easy? Like what was it like?
Um, I would say the biggest adjustment for me was from how going from SEC to TSU was going from playing 7 footers every game to playing 2 6'8" players, double teaming
Right.
me and trapping me every game. I think that was the biggest adjustment for me. But it was a lot of talent because we were at HBCU, but we were not in the HBCU conference.
Right.
So it was a whole bunch of talent in that conference, and I was able to show more of my game and able to be a play initiator and play through double teams and different schemes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and you was out there moving shit too, cause didn't you lead that league in like blocks or something that
Yeah,
year?
for sure. I
Yeah,
should
you
have
was out
won
there
Defensive
moving.
Player of the Year that year too.
Yeah.
I led the league in blocks, but I was actually fourth in Division 1 basketball in blocks, fourth in the nation in
Dang,
blocks. Yeah,
Did
yeah.
dang,
y'all
no, that's
did
tough.
y'all make a tournament run? Your team, that's the TSU
Um,
team that made a tournament run, or was it out to you?
nah, we didn't. We had I think we tied with the most wins
Okay.
in the franchise, but we didn't make it to the tournament.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool, cool. So, hey, so now when did you get selected to represent your country for the FIBA Afro Basket? Did you go try out? Did they come find you? You know, what was that process? And also what did it mean for you to represent your country, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the way I got on the team was my first year overseas. I played in Kosovo, and one of my teammates was Nigerian, and he played for the national team. And so I just got in touch with him. I was like, "How did you get on the team? Who I got to talk to?" Because I don't think a lot of people know I'm Nigerian.
Mm,
So I was
Yeah, I
able
ain't
to
know
talk.
before today. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah.
you.
So I was able to
Yeah.
talk to the GM. I sent my film over, and he liked what he saw. And so I got invited to the team, and it was great, man. Just being able to represent my country. That's something I could tell my kids. My parents are really proud of me, and my siblings are really proud of me. That was just a great opportunity. We went 3-0. We qualified for AfroBasket, like for the Olympics. So
yeah.
it was a big time. It was a big time showing for me, for
Well,
sure.
now that you say that, are you looking to get on the Nigerian team for the upcoming Olympics in 2028?
And I hope, but
Okay,
there's a lot of
okay.
NBA Nigerian players, so they're probably gonna look their way first. But it's my name's right there if they
Yeah,
need
run
it,
out there.
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like that.
for
I like
sure.
that. So
Who the
was your
coach in
first? Wait,
Nigeria?
Rick.
I was gonna say, who the coach on the Nigerian national team? I forgot. Is that Lou? Is that Lou out there?
Nah,
No, that ain't Lou out
that's
there.
that's South Sudan.
That's South
I
Sudan.
have
Yeah,
to say, I
shit, my
think
bad.
I
Sudan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he coaches for
Okay.
the Portland Trailblazers too. So
Okay.
he's like assistant coach over there. So
Damn, I know who you talking
Okay.
about. I can't think of his
I
name.
find it.
Okay, okay.
I find
That's why I
his
said
name for you.
I be getting him and Lou out there mixed up whenever we talking about the team.
yeah,
Olympic toast. I got you. I'll look him up. But this is what I was gonna ask. So was your first stop Kosovo, or did you go to Saudi Arabia first? Which place did you go to first?
Kosovo was my first stop. Saudi was my
Kosovo was
second year.
okay.
Well,
So what? Go ahead.
this is currently my second year.
Okay,
I played in
okay.
Saudi and now I'm playing in Venezuela for this is my second year. Yeah.
Which has been
Okay.
your favorite stop so far? Like far as not even on the court, off the court. Which be your favorite
Yeah.
spot?
Yeah.
Off the court, I would say here in Venezuela for sure.
Okay.
The weather's fine. Food is good. Everything's good over here. Off the court for sure.
Really?
How
Was
they
it?
set y'all? Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say how they
No,
set
I
y'all
was
up. Do
just
you
gonna
got an
say because you
apartment in
said
the
it
car,
was
whatever?
good, Red. Finish though, Red. I'm sorry. That's on
Yeah,
me.
I said how they set y'all up. Do you got an apartment in the car, or do they just set you up with an apartment?
Over here, because our city's so small, they all got us in one hotel, and then
Okay.
we got a team driver that is going to take us back and forth to where we need to go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna say was when you said, it's been good off the court, I know that they just came down there and kidnapped the president. So I didn't know if it was crazy. You know what I mean? Was it crazy when that happened or was it chill? You feel me?
Nah, that was before I got here,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I asked a lot of questions. Trust me, being
Hey,
Nigerian and all the stuff going on, I asked a lot of questions,
I
and
mean,
they
Okay.
assured me everything was good and everything was gonna be good. So
That's
this
what I
nigga
was
so
saying.
crazy.
No,
This
I had
nigga
to ask because he was like,
crazy.
no, it's been
I
great. I'm
get
like,
it,
you
bro.
sure? Hey,
I
hold
get
nah,
it.
that's
I
on.
get
real
it,
though.
bro.
That's real.
Yeah,
That's
hold
real
on.
for sure.
You feel me?
what was
Should be
what was
acting.
Sa-
Should be, yeah.
what was Saudi Arabia like off the court? I heard they
Off
got
the
a lot of
court,
rules. That's why I asked. Yeah.
oh, it's definitely very strict over there. But as long as you're not doing anything crazy, it's no problems. It's all dudes outside. No females really.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
alright. I'm alright. I'm alright.
That's why he left too. He looked
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why I left too. That's why I'm out too. They fucking
it
talking.
was just time to leave,
Damn.
man. I had a great time in Saudi though. I had a great time.
But
You was
shit,
hooping out there
I
too.
would say yeah, you
I
averaged 20
was.
and 10.
Yeah, I was. I felt like I really grew my game over there. I had a lot of offensive freedom, and it was a different mindset that I took going in there because I knew I had to perform for us to even have a chance. And
Okay.
that's a different way from how I grew up playing basketball because I played around a lot of great players from high school to college. So I knew how to play with great players. I knew how to make their jobs easy. I knew how to set screens. I knew how to play up the short
Play without
roll,
the
grab
ball.
rebounds. Yeah, you play without the ball, how to impact the game without the ball. So
And you actually
me
actually you
going
yeah. Go ahead.
me going to Saudi was just it just opened a whole different perspective for me.
You answered me. You answered my next question in that answer because I was gonna ask you how you flourish. So yeah, you did it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
exactly.
answered it.
But
Yeah, yeah.
it's funny though because that's such a great intangible. Because we interviewed Darius Miller too, and
Mhm.
one of the intangibles he mentioned was like, "Hey, bro, no matter where I'm at, I know how to play good basketball. So
Right,
I know how to fit with the. It can be the best dudes or the worst dudes. What do you need me to do for the team to be successful? And I can go do that." So when he
mhm.
left Kentucky and when he left the New Orleans Pelicans and he went out to Germany, he had the same type of role what you had, where they was like, "All right, go out there and score," and he got back to
Right,
back MVPs. You feel what I'm
right,
saying? So if for the kids and the people that's listening, you need to know how to play good basketball, not just score. You need to know how to be effective without the ball, man. And
Facts.
I'm glad you mastered that because it's a lost art. It's a lost art. A lot of people
for
just, hey
sure.
man, I scored 25. Like, all right, but Cam
And I think
Thomas, what else you
yeah.
do, baby? But I'm sorry, what you saying?
And I think it's placement too, though. I think like when you got a coach and they put that confidence behind you, put that battery in your back, it make you more susceptible for success. Because if you got somebody gonna ride with you, make a miss, you good.
That's true.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Because
yeah,
every at this level, everybody has their own superpower. Everybody
yeah.
has what they're great at on the court. Just being able to adapt and adjust to what the game needs, you're always gonna be on the floor.
Real
So it's
shit.
big
Real
time.
shit. I like that. That's fat. So what's the basketball culture like in Venezuela? Where you at? How
Um,
the games? You know what I mean?
yeah, they love basketball over here for sure. The
Okay.
fans come out to every game, but it's very physical over here. It's very physical. It's a guard dominated league. so they get up a lot of threes. But in the paint, they let us bump like damn near wrestling every game.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's been an adjustment for sure because it's a
yeah,
different type of basketball.
Dang.
But it's very physical.
that's true. I like what I like about your game when I watch is that you're not scared to play big. And when I say play big, when I say that, I run into a lot of big guys who are ashamed of their size, right? They're like, oh, I'm not gonna, move you out the way. I'm gonna just shoot this little floater. And you be like, nah,
Mhm.
you gonna catch this bolt as elbow going straight in your chest. And I'm dunking and I'm screaming. I like that. I like the intensity that you play with. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you have that out there. So now, are you when you in Venezuela, man? Are they giving you the same type of? Are you the same getting the same looks that you would in Saudi? So like, are you the guy there, or are they asking you to be more of a play within the team guy now?
It's definitely like I said, it's definitely a different game. Over here, I don't have the offensive freedom I had at Saudi.
Okay,
I felt like at Saudi, I was able to score from different spots on the floor, but here it's like I have to find position, I have to get physical, I have to, do the little things. So I don't have the same opportunities I had in Saudi, but I still have a great way to impose like my will over here. I
Okay.
still impact the game offensively and defensively over here. Definitely different touches for sure, but
yeah, yeah,
I'm able to still impact the game in my way.
yeah.
I lead the league in blocks over here, so that would be 4 leagues I've led in blocks.
That's tough.
So
That's
yeah,
So
tough.
what do you feel your biggest improvement was to your game?
um, it's really my mentality. I would say just going out there knowing that they need me to have an impact on the game offensively instead of just trying to be a connector, trying to make the right play every time. I feel like that's my biggest improvement.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Look, and this is the last. So this is the last of the questions that I actually sent you. I got some questions off that I kind of wanted to hear your candid. You know me. I like that. I like
Right,
to
right,
hear your
right.
candid response. But so ideally now, man, what does the perfect career look like for you now as a professional ball player, man?
Like my career or like on the court,
Career wise, let's say 10 years
career
from now, when
wise.
you look back and you be like, yeah, that's exactly how I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Right now, I just want to maximize myself on the as a basketball player. Just squeeze every juice I can while I'm still able to play basketball. I want to make it to the best league I can. I want to make the most money I can, and I want to leave an impact in every team I play on. Like I said, I've
That's
led
real.
the league in blocks the last 4 leagues I've played. I just want to keep doing that. Just keep
Okay.
impacting and making a name for myself for sure.
Hey, that's real, man.
Nothing
That's
wrong
I'm
with that.
glad you said money. I like when people say money because you ain't gotta make it up for us, bro. You go get your money.
Oh, we
Go
gotta
get
get
your
that
young
chicken.
money
Yeah,
up,
We
man.
gotta
You
get that chicken.
25. Go get your bread, man. Wherever they paying you at, man. So that's what's
man,
up.
I see
Now
it.
look,
There's a
yeah,
lot of money out here, man. I see
it's a
it.
lot of
So I
money.
just gotta
And
just
so
gotta go get it.
hey, that's what's up, man. Look, so here go. I'm gonna try to be quick so we can knock this out. Here's a couple.
We
I ain't even
we
gonna
had
give you no kickback. What you say, Red?
these
What you gonna
quick.
say,
Were
Red?
these the quick hitters?
There's a quick hitters. I ain't even gonna give you no kickback. I might, depend on what you say.
All
Joel
right.
Embiid. Joel Embiid. Is Joel Embiid the most skilled center of all time?
I think without a doubt, Joel Embiid is the most skilled center of all time. He's
I'm
able
with
to
you on that.
play
Mm,
like a 2 to a 5. He's able to do everything on the floor without having nobody initiated for him. So I think he's the best, most skilled center of
more
all time.
skilled than Hakeem Olajuwon. Go ahead.
Yes.
I would say Hakeem has a better footwork around the rim,
Mm,
but it's just the game has just evolved so much. Like Embiid is doing triple step backs at the 3 point line. Like no big would have ever even thought about doing that. So
that's valid.
just him being able to still be capable of doing that. He doesn't have the athleticism now, and he's still able to get 30 a game. So like
Facts.
Crazy. Crazy.
it's
That's valid.
crazy.
Valid. Look,
It's
look.
crazy.
Next. No, you're right. You're right. I ain't even like I said, I ain't gonna give you no kickback. What's the best version of NBA 2K?
Ooh,
I
ooh,
knew you like that one. Best version of
ooh.
2K. What's up?
It's crazy because I really like the game now, but it's just them dudes different now. Them, like I said, the game evolves. Some dudes are doing some crazy things now
Yeah.
that you have to really be on the games 24/7 to be able to compete with them.
Facts.
But to me, I think the best version was like 15 through 17. I really like
Okay.
I
I'm with
really
you on
like
that one.
those years.
I'm with
But
you on
also
that one.
the earlier years, the 13s, 11,
Come
like,
on
I
now.
really like those too. So
See, we
like,
That's
I don't
old.
know.
I remember when 2K first came out on Dreamcast when Iverson was on the cover. It done came a long way. It done came a
no.
For
long way.
Listen,
sure.
they done came a long way, and I had to remember which ones had the ones that had the Jordan legacy, where you can go in and play Jordan
Mm,
45
That was
point
a
game, a double
2000, wasn't
nickel.
it?
That was like 2K11, 2K12, 2K.
yeah,
That was the ones he
2K12
called out.
Yeah,
Those are the
Yeah,
ones I like. Those are the
yeah,
ones
yeah.
that was
mm.
my favorite. So I ain't mad at that. Give me this. All right, next one. Next one. Top 5 centers all time. Give me your top 5 centers all time.
Top five centers. I'll go Shaq, Kareem,
All right.
Wilt, Hakeem, Jokic.
Ain't mad at that.
You gonna put the most skill. You know what? You know what?
Who?
He said
You gonna
you
put
love him.
you ain't
You
gonna
love
put the
him.
most skill center?
Career wise, he just hasn't done what the other
I,
dudes have did.
I feel him
Fair
though,
enough.
E. I feel him. I
But
No,
you
say it
he
see
all the
who
has.
I ain't
time.
put in there though. You see who I ain't put in there.
Who you
Bill
ain't put in there?
Russell. I
He
ain't
ain't
put
put
Bill
Bill
Russell
Russell in
in
there.
there. He
Yeah.
That's joking.
he over there.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Hold on. Now, see, now you get me tight. Do you know what's crazy? You ain't put Bill Russell. He played defense. He do what you do. That's the defense.
Man,
Yeah, for
Bill
sure.
didn't
But
do shit for
the way I
real.
look at it is if you put all them dudes on the same court, who are gonna them guys, them dudes are gonna
Yeah,
stand out in any court they're in. That's how I look at it. And I don't
Real.
think Bill
Fair enough.
Russell is gonna have the same impact as them other guys.
yeah, he'll play
Okay. Fair
hard, but
enough.
it ain't gonna be the same. You right?
It ain't gonna be the
Uh
same. That's why
It ain't
I
gonna be the
listen.
same.
I ain't gonna.
he gonna
I'm
rebound.
sorry. I'm
Who you
sorry. You triggered me. Go
who you
ahead. Go ahead.
who you mold your game at? What player you looked up to growing up besides LeBron?
MB, I used to really love watching MB growing up. Earlier, I watched a lot of Dwight. I used to love Dwight. And
Like that.
then when I started to really understand the game, I really appreciated what MB brought to the game.
That's real. I just wish he could stay healthy, man, because he's really
Me
one of
Me
them.
too.
too.
And
Me
he's a
too. He one
two-way
of them
player.
ones.
He's a
Mhm.
Mm,
two-way player, man.
He one of them ones
Give me your top 3 hardest players to guard that you had to guard.
that I've guarded.
Yeah, top 3.
Oh my goodness. I would say number one, Zion Williamson. Yeah, I played him in high school. He was one of them ones. Like we had a whole scouting report for him, and first play out, he still came and did what he did. So I'll say that was the hardest for sure. Second was Anthony Edwards. Um, I played Anthony Edwards in college and in high school, so I seen him evolve as a player. And in college, that boy, he was different. That boy was different. And the third, mm, I would say Oscar Tshiebwe. And I'll say that
I know that
because
man.
I've
he
I
heard
know
of
played
the
that
at
name.
man.
he
Who you
played at
play with?
Kentucky. He played at
That's what I was saying.
Kentucky.
I knew that man.
Um,
And I went to
he av-
I'm there.
he averaged 16 and 16 that year. He had 16 points, 16 rebounds, and that boy got on the glass. Like it didn't matter what we did. Like he was gonna get him 20 rebounds every single game. And I would say
Damn.
that was one of the hardest for sure.
Hey, I got to put you on the spot because you know both of these dudes. You know,
Oh yeah,
we asked both of them.
yeah. Go ahead.
Jordan or Junior 1-on-1. Who you going with?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
See, it's
Hey,
different for
hold on.
me because
And we hold on, and we'll throw Malik in there. McConnell.
and
We'll throw
Malik in
Malik in there
there,
too. Yeah, we'll throw him in there
it's
too.
different for me because them really my sons. Them really my boys over there. So like I've seen them battle and I've seen them play with each other. So I know the ins and outs of their game. And one on one, I would have to give it. You said Malik in there too.
Yeah, Malik in there too.
I have to give it to Jordan because he's bigger than two of them. Not
Yeah,
that
he
much
make
bigger,
both.
but he's a bigger player, and he doesn't rely on any physical advantage. He just
Uh,
knows how to counter anything you give him. If you give him his left, he's gonna take it. Give him his right, he's gonna take it. If you sag up, he's gonna shoot. And he still can blow by you. So just him having that, I would give it to Junior. But I'll give it to Jordan. But Junior a close second because that boy, he'll problem.
yeah,
He'll
Junior
problem
for
for
sure.
sure.
I
And I
like it.
told you, Jordan kind of put you in the mind of like at SGA. If we got to compare it to anything, like he gonna
I
take
mean, it
what you
makes
give him.
sense.
It makes it.
It makes sense.
They play similar when you see him play. Jordan to me just got a better three ball, in my opinion. I think he
It
can
just
shoot the three way better.
I think
I
that's the
don't know that you
perfect
seen
way to
him.
put it
Yeah.
because he just, I mean, that's who he learned from. That's who he saw
Yeah.
That's what I was.
every single
That's
day
exactly what I was about
for
to
two
say.
years. So
Yep.
he saw greatness, and if you see that as only right, you mold your game kind of after that. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
has like the little things. He don't got the shoulder bump like Shea got, but
Yeah.
he knows how to play off the mid. He knows how to finish. He got the floater, and he, like you say, he shoot the three better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. SGA getting that 3 ball up this season. He
I don't
getting it
know.
up
yeah,
there. He
Hey,
get it up there.
But Jordan
yeah.
got a gun though. When I say Jordan
I
Jordan
got a
seen. I'm
started
gun,
about to
he
see
started
got a
off
highlight.
as a
gun.
shooter though, so
Yeah,
it's
he started off
different.
as a straight shooter. He got a
Yeah,
gun,
so it's
Oh,
bro.
different.
Yeah, he
I
got a
got
gun.
you. I got
That's
you.
my
Yeah.
son though. That's my son.
I ain't mad at it. Look. Next two, I got two more. What's more important on defense? Rim protector or a lockdown perimeter defender?
Uh, I'd say rim protector
I knew you
because
was biased. I knew you was
I have to
Say
be
bias.
because I have to be because it's just a layup is the easiest point on the floor. So if you're able to not even block shots, if you're just able to deter and just make people think twice about coming to the paint, I feel like that's very important. Because as
Hey,
a one-on-one player, you could lock somebody down and somebody gonna backdoor or you
facts,
overplay
facts.
hard. It's just different ways you could like take advantage of that. You could get in
okay.
foul trouble, but as a rim
Hey,
protector, I feel like that's really important.
and I gotta ask you this, right? Cause they was saying this shit on the pod, talking about Luca, like number 5 or something in steals. Tell them that shit don't count as defense for Luca. Is that? I'm just asking. Is that bullshit? Is that a
No,
bullshit stat or not?
that shit fake. He's
All
playing
right, that's
40
what
minutes a game.
I just needed a
Uh,
pro to say it because y'all was giving me hell.
Me?
that's fake.
I'm an EA fan. Hold on. You know what's crazy, J-Bo? He was the one saying that shit. It
I
was
didn't say
him.
that. No, it was
He was
Mitch.
back.
No,
If you
no,
I
go
it was
done
by the
heard
Mitch.
some of his
skills,
It was
takes.
Mitch.
I ain't
it
gonna
was
It was
lie. I
his
done
Mitch.
heard
ass
some
that
of his
said it. It
takes.
wasn't me.
Look, if we talk
Yeah.
about LeBron, I'm definitely shitting on him. But
Oh,
we talk. I'm just being honest. You
God,
know, I'm a Kobe fan,
God.
dog. I'm a Kobe fan. It is what it
Look,
is.
look. Here it is. Last one, J-Bo. Now, this is what he definitely said.
What I
Has
say?
LeBron James underachieved as a Laker?
Oh, I did say that. Yeah, I went viral for that one.
I feel like that's not even possible because the goal is to win a championship. So if you were able to bring
Mhm.
a championship, how can you underachieve?
So I give you my answer. I said I feel
This
like
ain't.
he
Hold on. That
underachieved.
wasn't. Hold on. This ain't no pod. This ain't your. He gave an answer. That's his answer. It wasn't no
I'm giving,
rebuttal,
I'm
nigga.
giving it
Nah,
to you. But look, I'm
I
gonna give
want
you
to
my
hear what
answer.
he got to
God,
say.
I
go ahead.
said,
Go ahead.
because I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan since like '96. So I said, I felt like if he'd have won two, I'd have been satisfied. I just felt like he underachieved because each year in LA that we were there, we had a team that was supposed to be contenders. Not now, I'm not saying all that fall on him. A lot of that fall on AD being injured, but that was my, you know what I'm saying, answer behind it. I just want him to get one more than one. That's it.
Yeah, but to be
He
fair,
got one.
most of the teams, because I'm a Brown guy, so I watch every single game. Most of them teams were not contenders. They were contenders because LeBron was on the floor.
I'm with you.
But the team itself, especially the Russell Westbrook era, they were not contenders.
I was so I said this because I said this on the pod earlier. I feel like Genie Buzz fucked us when they let LeBron and the
Dwight.
White and JaVale McGee go. So I
Yeah,
feel like we'd have kept that same team. I said it on the pod earlier. I
You
feel like
did.
we'd have
You
won
did.
more, but as
not
a
for
Laker
sure.
fan, I feel like we still had enough because
You still had a chance.
we lost to the Nuggets for the next
Y'all
three
lost the
years.
Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
The Nuggets and then
first
the
round.
Lake. I mean, the Timberwolves last year. Timberwolves last year.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
Mhm.
it, man. I just wanted to win
Hater.
one
He
more
can't
as a
help.
Laker.
He can't help. Can't help. But it's all good.
I was actually giving them props before I made that take. And then we got a person on the podcast that be under my skin. So that's why I made the take. That's why I said what I said. I was like, fuck it, I
who
was trying
y'all
to be nice.
MVP though? Who y'all MVP?
I'm going with Shay. I'm going with Shay.
Oh yeah. Shay
I'm going with
easy.
Shay.
Shay. Listen, J-Bo. The only reason Wemby was even in it is because of these last 16 games. I say y'all forget though. At the start of the season, he was dropping a lot of 15s and 12s and
Facts.
17s. Like they ain't looking at the season in totality. And they was like, well, his impact, he's only playing 25 minutes. I said, what was SGA doing the whole first 25 games? He was doing it,
Uh,
scoring 30 in 3 quarters. He was doing that already. You late. So for me, my bad for I get it. They be working me up with that. But yeah, they be working me up, man. I
Hey,
think SGA cleared
who
the
the
whole time.
hold up. You can solve this for us. Can we answer this on the pod? Who the better scorer? SGA or Luca? We talking about pound for pound score. Who the best scorer?
if you would have asked me this last year, I'd have said Luka for sure, but I definitely have to say SGA because
And why you not good?
he's able to score from every spot on the floor now at as the most efficient guard ever.
All
So
right,
I
I
feel
ain't
like
mad at that.
if you take in the efficiency and the not turn the ball over, he has to be the best scorer because he's producing at least almost 2 points every time he has the ball. So I feel like I have to go with Shea.
That's a good
I ain't
breakdown. We
mad
ain't
at
gotta say no more after that. Yo,
I
we
ain't
ain't gotta
mad
say
at
no
it.
more
I
after
ain't
that. That's a
mad at
good
it.
breakdown.
They was mad at me talking about he scores more. I was like, yeah, but 31 and 55% and 33 and 47% ain't a crazy gap for me to just be like, well, it
And
is. It's
he's doing it in 3 quarters. He's
Man, we
doing
was
it
not
most
only
of the
arguing
time.
with him.
three.
We was only arguing with him though, because 1 minute he'll be like buckets, then he'll say percentages. This is why we was arguing
Oh,
with him.
okay.
You
Just
can't
keeping the
be, you can't,
consistency.
yeah, you gotta be.
I get
That's
it.
No.
me. I'm Mr. Keep It Consistent. They be,
I
they be
get it.
all over the
And
board.
you
Like they be
listen,
all
you
over
know
the
what's
board.
consistent? You know what's consistent? 55% from the floor. That's
I'm
consistent.
with you.
So you should like what I'm saying. Because he been the model of efficient and consistent this entire season.
But
The
look, this is
one
what I'm
the
gonna tell you.
one common denominator in all these conversations has been SGA.
But look,
SGA.
Everyone.
but I'm gonna tell you how argument to go. He'll say that about efficiency, right? And I'm a Kobe fan, so you know I don't give a damn about the whatever.
Yeah.
Then one of our other people would be like something about efficiency. He'd be like, man, he ain't better than no damn Kobe. Like that's why I said if he wanted, he got to stay across
He
the
lying,
board.
J-Bo. Look,
He got
look,
to stay
what you see
across
right
the
now,
board.
J-Bo? He lying on
That
me. Why
is
you lying on me?
Hey,
that is
he
Dean
Who
back
is
there.
that?
bro,
Who
you
is
That's
don't seen the
Dean.
that?
pod. Listen, you seen the pod, bro. He be, hey, I'm telling you, he be up and down when it come to. He only keep it like this with SJ, so I ain't
It's
mad at it.
crazy just lying to me. It's
But he'll
crazy
go
he
from
just
percentage
lied.
to buckets.
That's crazy, man. Anyway, man, come on, man. Let's let him get up out of here, man. This
Yeah,
was good, man. This was a fire interview, bro. J-Bo, I appreciate your time, bro. Like I said, I'm
appreciate
glad
it,
to
dog.
finally have a big man that's used to being in the trenches come down here, bro, and rock with us, man. So we appreciate you, man. I'm gonna send you all the stuff, J-Bo. I'm gonna send you all the links, man. But ultimately, man, that's it, man. Good stuff.
Nah, for sure,
Appreciate
man.
it, man. Thank
Appreciate
you.
y'all having me, man. I talk basketball all day, so this is fun for me.
Shit, come on the
That's
pod
Uh,
what's up.
sometime, man. You come on a Sunday if you want to. Come talk shit with us.
but
If
nah,
you
I love
want,
to for sure. I love to for
yeah.
sure.
Just hit me, dog. Just hit
Yeah.
me. We can
All
do
right.
it again, man. But hey, please like, comment, subscribe to ELab Podcast on YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Instagram. We on everything, man. We on anything that you get social media. We on there, bro. So, all right, fellas, we out of here, man.
All right, man.
All right, guys.